Right now from inside the Big Brother Canada house, it is Dre and Sindy.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi.
How are things going?
We're live.
We're great.
Yeah, you were just telling me you were up at 4 and 5 o'clock this morning.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's a long day.
It is.
Yeah.
And then the festivities don't end today. You have lots of other events and things you still have to do.
Yes. Looking
So.
forward to partying and
Yes.
sleeping.
Yes. Niagara Falls, I believe, is kind of
Yes,
maybe the
we have
first
Niagara
stop along the way.
I'm excited for the rap party.
Yes.
I don't think people really, as much as they acknowledge the house guests and how it made such an amazing season, like I can't appreciate production enough. And all the work that they go into and all the people that's involved. And just from my experience from season 3 to meet all those production members and seeing all over 270 of them saying hi to me, it makes you really realize how big of a show this is and how much work and a monster.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about game here a little bit. Kevin Martin, returning player to the Big Brother game. He was the season's winner, obviously.
Yes.
Was he your choice all along, or was it something that he said, or something that was said in jury that kind of changed your mind?
I think when we knew that he was in the final 3, Kevin and Dimitri were the huge contenders in
Yes.
winning.
Yeah.
No offense to Karen, this is not shade or anything, but her game is a $20,000 game, while Kevin and Dimitri play a lot differently and a lot more visibly for us as jury members to notice and see. It's very hard because I can't say like I wanted Kevin to win all the way because I honestly don't know how I would vote if for some miracle reason Kevin and Dimitri were final 2. So I can't even just say that, oh, Kevin was the one I wanted all the way.
Yeah. Well, you know my position with Kevin, right? We didn't really, we didn't have the greatest relationship. But I'm definitely happy that he won. I do think that he was the best representative given the final 2 that we had. But I don't know. I wasn't going all along with Kevin. My choice would have been different if it was a different final 2. Yeah.
Right. Now, Dre, you can be one sassy lady at times. Now, knowing that the Big Brother house could bring out different traits in someone,
Yes.
did we see the real Dre?
Oh, that's such a good question. You definitely did see the real Dre. At times, I was pushing a little bit. I was adding a lot of sauce, to the mix. But it was the real Dre. I did feel a little nicer than I actually am, because I feel like you're in the house where it's survival. Like you want to survive every day, every week. You want to go further in the game, and sometimes for that you do have to say please and thank you, and rub people the right way.
Yes.
Whereas in your regular life, if you don't want to deal with someone, you can just leave. In this house you have to constantly be with these people, so you do have to adapt and create good connections if you don't want to be kicked out,
Because you rubbed them the wrong way and you're turning the corner and there they are.
Oh yeah, exactly. So you can't just fight and then go your way. You fight and the next morning you see their faces and you eat with them, and it's so it was the real Dre, but sometimes I was pushing a little bit of fakeness.
So, Sindy, you've played this game before. Was this season easier or harder?
I don't know, to be honest. You know what? I'm gonna say it was a bit easier. Only because for my season, it was all newbies where no one knew how someone's gonna play. No one really, they just had their initial judgment when you first meet someone and go, okay, this person doesn't seem like someone who's going to play well. This person looks strong. I'm going to do that. For this season, it was a lot easier because I know what people think of me in the community. They see me as a character and not as a player. So I knew that was to my advantage going into the house. And with so many other vets with such big strategic personalities and reputation, I knew that I can just be okay. As long as I just keep my head cool, I would never be the target in that sense. And in the end, I ended up going home because of association and not because of how I directly played.
Right.
So I feel like this time around it was a lot easier, but I think having fun makes it easier. I wasn't on the block every single week. I actually made genuine connections with people. Like Dre, for example, like we literally would talk once every 10 days, but our conversations were really good, solid conversations that I know that outside this house, we can build a friendship. Well, in my season, it took a while. Like all the people that I didn't like within my season, I ended up liking outside the house. And all the people that I did like in the season, I don't like now. And I didn't feel that I was enjoying myself. I felt like I was in this weird little place. So this time it was easier and it helped that it made fun.
What about advice for anyone looking to play the Big Brother game? What would each of you have to tell them?
Get cast.
Get cast. You know, actually make it on the show. And it's cliche, but be yourself for sure. And adapt. You really have to adapt. Some of them, well, I was a fan of Big Brother. I still am a fan. And you come in and you have this vision of how you're going to play. And you've seen how other people played. And you want to, you know, try to be better or mimic that or whatever you want to try to do. And then you have so many plans. And you come here and it's so different. Because there's so many variables. And I would say just don't come with a plan necessarily. Just come here, get cast, come here. And then see what you're working with and just adapt. Always.
I feel like playing Big Brother is like you starting a new job at work, right? You put up, you know, your first 2 weeks at work, you're on your good behavior, you know, you're sucking up to your boss, you're getting to know your colleagues, you want to know who your friends are and who your enemies are because they can either help you get that promotion or they're going to drag you down at work. And you know that every single person in this earth, when you start work, you don't really show your true personality and say what's on your mind. And so you have to kind of have that mentality when coming into the Big Brother game. In your own personal social life, someone may be very like the leader in their group of friends and everything that happens in their life, that is the 2% of people that they interact with. Well, in this house, you're going to meet the people that you interact with plus a lot of people that you would never in a million years would ever even be close to friends with. And you don't even know how to handle that. How do you talk to someone that has a different belief than you or has a different way of approaching people, who is more abrasive or who is shy or who is quiet? So not only like Dre said, you have to adapt, but you also have to understand that it's just a different scenario, and the best way that I can compare it is at a workplace, because you would do the same thing at work, because there are some people that you would never meet and then you're like, well, I have to work for them for the next 6 months in this contract, so what can I do to make this easy and make me go through to the end?
Because if you don't treat them right, you won't be at work very long.
Either you get fired or you quit. So
but if you're able to not treat people well and go far, good for you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you really go with what your best ability is. If you're a calm beast, you're a calm beast. If you're more of a social player, you're a social player. But you go with what you're good at, basically.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, ladies.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
We will.
Take care.